everyone. It is Lindsay from Rendered Homestead, and thank you very much for joining me this afternoon on what is hopefully going to be a very, very wet afternoon, evening. Our tank is completely empty, we've had to turn our pump off, so yes, so I took advantage, and I knew that it's been looking like it was going to rain all day, and we have been forecasted rain for the next 3 to 4 days. So I happened to get out a bunch of pots, fill them up with soil, and I've had them sitting on my potting bench for the day, and every time it sort of sprinkles and rains to get the pots wet. Now they're not wet, but they're a little bit damp. Some seem to have got more than others, which is fine, that's what I expected. But I have some fig cuttings that desperately need planting, because I can't even fill the jugs with clean water because I have no water, like none at all. And I'm not paying for a tank of water, a truckload of water, when I know that we're getting rain, because I will cry if I watch that water then overflow out of the top of my tank. So I'm taking advantage of nature, using her to help me as best I can and save as many of these fig cuttings as possible. So as you can see, this one does have roots. Most of them do have either some sort of roots, good roots, or they're starting to sprout, so they're fine to be planted up. But I am going to take advantage. It has been a very, very dry winter where I am. In fact, we had a really wet spring summer to the point where nothing really grew very well because it was very cold. And yet our winter has been the reverse, and it's been extremely dry. So yes, like even a lot of our citrus are quite, like our oranges are quite tart because there's not been enough water for them. So like I said, I'm going to take advantage. So while we're here, and I figure, you know, best way to get rain happening is to stand outside with a phone for filming and try and get some of these planted up as quick as possible, and hopefully I will get some more rain. So I have in total 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 pots. 2 quite big ones like these, 4 12-inch, and then a variety of smaller ones. So let's get into it. So I'm going to put the bigger cuttings that I have into the bigger pots, and I have a feeling these 3 especially are not going, or these 4 are not going to take, but these 2 are quite dried out, but the others, they all show signs of green in there, so I figure they're definitely not going to grow if they've got no water to root in. So I'm going to try my best. If they go, they go. If not, well, I think I have about 30 cuttings in total, so I'm not going to need 30 trees, but whatever I don't have, I'm going to take to my local share carts. I've got 3 around me, and I'm going to share them with other people around so that we can all get the abundance of this fig tree that needed pruning back. So there's one pot. Going to go get the rest of my plants. I won't be a moment. Oh yeah, I'll get you.
Still kind of sprinkling.
Yeah.
Look at my hand.
Awesome.
I'm turning into a melon. You should see the autumn.
Yeah, I'll see it when I come in, Bubba. Thank you.
You'll see it when it's done, because it's not done.
Okay.
You can't see it because it's not done.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get these all planted in. See, look, some roots there. There we go. Alright, starting to sprinkle again, so I'll get this done as quick as possible. Hopefully this rain really holds out for me. Now some of these pots too I've kind of overfilled with soil and raised it up a little bit, just because I know it will sink more as well. So Any of the jars that do have water, I'll also use to try and water in as best I can. Some nice roots on this one. There's a bit more rain for us. Okay, so I've just planted up the last of them, and there's my 2 mulberries there. I'm really worried about these. This one's actually starting to get some growth. It's really hard to see, but you can see it's starting to get some green back. But this one, it's still green, but I really don't like the chances. But the whole tree has actually died because it was infested by termites, so I got off whatever I could, and I'm just hoping for the best with these ones. But again, we will try our best. We'll do what we can. I figured it was going to die no matter what, so we might as well at least attempt to get as much as I can. Just going to use what water I do have. And it's raining quite a bit heavier now, so I am going to have to cut this video short and go inside. But that's okay. We at least got these fig trees planted. Like I said, I'm just using the... Now these are all jars where you don't get lids with them, or where the lids have disappeared. So this is a Voss bottle, and I keep these. They don't really make them in the glass anymore, but I use them right up until the lid breaks, and then that's it, done. Okay, so I'm back out. It did absolutely pour down for a little bit, probably 5 minutes at best. I was hoping for a good, 5 days, but 5 minutes is better than nothing. So as you can see, everything actually has now got a bit of a water in. I did also set this tray up. Sorry, I've got my phone in my hand now just purely because I don't want to have to pull it all apart with the tripod again. My words are ceasing to come to my mouth or my brain. So I did set up this tray, seedling tray as well. There is some water in there, but it's not as damp as I'd like. Obviously for seeds it has to be pretty wet. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it get as much water as I can in there. And then I'll probably come back either later tonight if it does. And I might shoot a bit of a video on that. Otherwise I'm going to... It'll have to wait till tomorrow after work. But as you can see, there is still some clouds out there, but they're kind of blowing away. Look, there's a bit of, I don't know if you can see, but there is a bit of blue sky behind me. So hopefully this rain stays, it doesn't run away, and I get to actually have a good amount of rain. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today on this Sunday afternoon in July. And I really do appreciate you for being part of this journey with us in our rented homestead. And hopefully I get to see you all again soon. And have a great day. Bye.